Good morning, all the students of third standards. We are learning 10th lesson of our social study in the 11th lesson we are learning of our social studies, that is means of communications. This lesson we are learning means of communications. This one lesson is there, 11th lessons, page number 63. So in the means of communication we have studied the ancient means of communication. Later there were at the times they were sending the postal letters, speed posts were there, courier. Now afterward what is the telephones came invented. After the telephone what is that, fax machines was there, telegram, fax machines. After that fax machines were there, mobiles. By the traveling also we can speak. Emails are there. To carry the services, postal services, to carry the post letter, that they use the roadways, they use the railway routes, they use the air routes also they use. It will be collected and it will be sent to the different region or the areas or the cities, whatever information address is there according to that. So this one we have studied for the communications, to spread the message of the information, that newspapers also use. That newspaper is considered as a mass communication. Books, magazines also they use that. So newspaper, books and the magazines are read by many peoples. Early in the morning many people they have the habit to read the newspapers. In most of the family houses newspapers arrive there, it's come then. So the people they read the newspaper while drinking tea. They convey a lot of informations through the newspapers. They convey more informations. The radio and televisions are the other means of mass communications that are widely used in present time. Radio and televisions are the other means of communications. Radio also, television also, they are other means of communications and that are widely used in present times in big quantity or number. It is used that the television brings us visual images. Television, it brings us the visual images. When we see the televisions, at that time we see images there, pictures. Along with the pictures we see, we hear the sounds also there. It also shows live events as they are taking place in any part of the world. That live events, live actions, live scene. It shows that, for example, cricket match, live match we can see whether it is playing in our country or whether it is playing in another country also, in the remotest city or country there. Then also we can see live actions of that games by sitting in our home. So for example, we can watch a cricket match live. It is being played in any part of the world, that by sitting in home we can watch that. Both these means are also used in the rural areas to educate the peoples through the different programs. So these are the means of communications are there. These means are used in the remotest areas also there, or into the rural areas for the the people, educate the peoples through the different programs there. The latest methods to communicate is through the internet or the computer. In present time, latest medium communication method they are using, that is through the computer or internet. They are communicating, they are speaking their messages, and the news are received via emails. Messages and the emails they receive, they get, they send via emails there. Each and every person they have their own email ID. They receive, they get the messages, they can send the messages through their email ID there. And the internet, within the few seconds they can send the messages, they can send the images, photos, pictures. We can get information on any subject by logging on to the internet facility on our computer. Informations we can get that. What are the informations we want to read, that informations we can get once we type on the computer by logging on the computer, that or internet facility, we get the informations there on computer with the help of internet there. So people around the world have come closest due to the developments in the communication systems. So people around the world, in our world, those are the people, they come together there, come closest due to the developments into the communication system. There is lot of development in the communication system. So with the help of their communication system or the development of in a communication system, these people they come together and they began to use the communication systems better and better. Now what is interesting facts here, in olden days trained pigeons were used as the carriers of the messages. In olden days, in olden times, those were the trained pigeons were there, birds, they used to carry the messages there. This situation was at ancient time, it was in ancient time. Now I know that in present time it is not used. So what we learned through this lesson, we can send and receive messages through the different means of communications. First thing we learned that, what we learned here, we can send and we can receive the messages through the different means of communication. This one point we have learned through these lessons. Along with this, we have also learned here letters, telephones and the emails help us to send our personal messages. Letters, telephones, emails help us to send our personal messages or the informations we can send or we can receive that. Newspapers, books, magazines, radio and televisions are the means of mass communications. Newspaper is there, books are there, magazines are there, radios are there and the televisions are there. These are the means of mass communications. They are the means of mass communication. What are they? Newspaper, books, magazines, radio, televisions. They are the means of mass communication. The latest method of communication is through the internet or the computer. What is the latest method of communication? Through the internet or the computer we can use the latest means of communications. So like in this way we have completed these lessons. Yesterday I have sent the photo of these lessons also. Today one more time you read out these lessons and also listen this video in a proper way 2-3 times so that you can understand. So when you will come tomorrow, then if possible then tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we will come with the answer of this question lessons, exercise questions. Okay, to your time read out. Thank you very much. Bye.